This is the Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II. And today Fuji has announced it will be releasing the Fujifilm X-T30 Mark III. A move that left me utterly not only surprised but also a bit flabbergasted, as Fuji has announced the natural successor for the Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II, and that is the X-T50. The X-T50, for all its perks, is a very different type of camera. In many ways, it's got the X-Trans 5 sensor, so 40 megapixels, X-Trans 5 processor, so IA, and obviously the film simulation dial. And much to my surprise, Fuji has decided to basically take the X-T30 Mark II and put the same sensor, so the X-Trans 4 sensor into it, and the X-Trans 5 processor. Basically an XS20 in a little jacket with a film sim dial. And this one new feature is even that if you put it in auto, the camera will pick, once you push that shutter release button, it will actually pick the film sim for you. All of this comes as a big surprise. The good thing about this is that the price levels are actually pretty similar to that of the X-T30 Mark II. But I'm wondering, and let me know in the comments below, who is this really aimed at? Who is that person that says, oh, I need the X-T30 Mark III? Because as I've told you in a previous episode, here it is, I still feel that the X-T30 Mark II is one of the best everyday carry cameras there is on the market. I've also shared with you my frustration with the XS20. I never posted a review on it because it would be very negative. And here are my experiences with an X-T4 sensor and an X-Trans 5 processor, is that the autofocus doesn't really work. The entire new algorithm there makes the entire shooting experience pretty much unusable. We see boxes everywhere, so you have to switch it off. So I was paying for something I couldn't really use. And the XS20 really heated up quickly, even when you're in photography mode. For video mode, and here's where we're bridging into the X-T30 Mark III again, the X-T4 sensor and the X-Trans 5 processor, I'm wondering how the autofocus will be. I've already seen, you have to calibrate it precisely and stuff, but I just like a camera out of the box that works. The X-T30 Mark II doesn't have the best autofocus in the world, but it's simple, easy to calibrate, and you can use it. Additionally, the X-T30 Mark III, the X-T30 Mark III also has some of the latest video features, which is pretty great, but I've never heard anybody say, oh, here's an X-T30 Mark II, let's shoot video on. Mainly because you have the adapter audio jack, which are increasingly harder to get. It means you have to carry a little piece of gear with you. Isn't straight out of the box, you have to calibrate everything. So what I'm seeing as well in the X-T30 Mark III is there's a lot of features in there which I ordinarily wouldn't use. And one of these features is video, 6K video open gate, great, but the camera is not image stabilized. So how are you going to run and gun with that? Then an XM5 would be better, right? So I'm really looking at this from, will I actually upgrade for my Mark II? Obviously not. So who's this camera really for? Well, if your X-T30 has broken down or you're on an X-T10 or 20, said, okay, like the form factor, would like to try something new, don't want the 40 megapixel sensors, and I want something that's a little bit more affordable, hey, the X-T30 Mark III could be for you. But then if you're more into hybrid shooting, the XS20 or even an XS10, way better designed for it, hybrid cameras. Or maybe an XE5 or an X-T50. Because the X-T50 has been going down in price, and the X-T5 as well, and you get all the latest bells and whistles. I see this X-T30 Mark III as a nice little way for Fuji to say, hey, here's a new camera, you get the film sim dial, but I don't want the film sim dial. This little dial here, often overlooked, is perfect when you want to change your settings. Film sims, I don't change film sims every 5 minutes, do you? I maybe use 1 or 2. And nowadays I shoot mostly RAW because I can do it in post in Lightroom. I can apply it all. So anyways, let me know in the comments below, guys. That's it for today.